Hello, space lovers! Today we are going to talk about what is probably one of the most mysterious and frightening questions in the universe. What happens if you fall into a black hole? This cosmic object has long stirred the minds of scientists and sci-fi fans because black holes violate all the usual laws of physics. How they work and what awaits you if you find yourself too close to one of them, we will tell you right now. Let's start by understanding what a black hole is. A black hole is an object with such strong gravity that nothing, not even light, can leave it. These giant matter eaters are formed when a star tens of times the size of the Sun runs out of fuel and collapses under its own gravity. At that point, there is a point where time and space cease to exist as we understand them. This is the so-called singularity. But before you get to the singularity, there is another important milestone on your way, the event horizon. This is a kind of point of no return. Once you've crossed the event horizon, there's no going back. No engine or technology can save you. The black hole will be your destiny. Now let's imagine that you decide to get close to a black hole. In the first stages, depending on the size of the hole, you may not notice anything at all. For example, if you find yourself near a supermassive black hole, which is at the center of galaxies, the gravitational effect on you will be relatively weak. But the closer you get to the event horizon, the stranger things will start to happen. The gravitational pull of a black hole stretches you into a long and thin shape. Scientists call this phenomenon spaghettification. This happens because of so-called tidal forces. Imagine that your feet are closer to the black hole than your head. That means gravity is acting harder on your feet. At first you'll feel a slight stretch, as if you're stretching after sitting for a long time, but the closer you get to the event horizon, the stronger this stretch will be, until you literally turn into spaghetti. You'll be stretched to the point where the human body can't take it. Now imagine someone watching you from a safe distance. To them, everything will look completely different. As you get closer to the event horizon, you'll start to slow down. The closer you get to the black hole, the slower your time flows to the outside observer. Eventually, you will freeze in time, right at the event horizon, and never completely disappear. This is because the light coming from you will redden and grow fainter and fainter until it disappears completely. To an outside observer, you will never cross the event horizon, although in fact you will have been inside for a long time. But what happens to you after you cross the event horizon? To be honest, scientists don't know for sure yet. It's one of the great mysteries of modern physics. One theory says that inside a black hole, the laws of physics as we know them no longer apply. Space and time are flipped and all your information and mass is added to the singularity, a point of infinite density. But there is another hypothesis. Some scientists believe that a black hole can be a portal to another dimension or even to another part of the universe. This idea was developed by many science fiction writers and even physicists based on the theory of wormholes. If such a wormhole existed, you could find yourself in a completely different place in space or even in another universe. Another important question that worries scientists: what happens to information that falls into a black hole? According to the laws of quantum mechanics, information cannot be destroyed. But if everything that goes into a black hole disappears in the singularity, what about that information? This question has given rise to the so-called black hole paradox. Some scientists speculate that information may persist at the event horizon, creating a kind of holographic imprint of what happened inside. This is one of the most debated topics in modern physics, and so far, we don't have a definitive answer. Modern scientists continue to study black holes using telescopes, such as the Event Horizon Telescope, which in 2019 took the first image of a black hole's shadow. This was a groundbreaking discovery that gave us a real insight into what this cosmic object looks like. It is likely that in the future, black hole research will help us further understand the laws of the universe and the nature of space-time. The questions that arise before us are so big that their solution could overturn our understanding of physics. So, what happens if you fall into a black hole? At best, you'll turn into spaghetti and disappear over the event horizon. At worst, you'll cross the frontier of science and encounter the strangest laws of the universe that we can't even imagine. But black holes continue to inspire scientists and sci-fi fans with new ideas. They remain one of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos, and perhaps someday we will learn all their secrets. What do you think would happen inside a black hole? Write your theories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about the mysteries of the universe.